Hey guys, so I just got off my phone call with the Writing Center. We were on the phone for at least a good 30-40 minutes. I didn't call with a specific assignment in mind. It was kind of just a little bit of an overview. When I first initiated the appointment, I sent over an email saying that the couple of things I wanted to cover were writing at a master's level, if there was any like quick tips that they could give me, some tips on time management, when to start a research paper, because some of us kind of wait till sort of the last minute, breaking it into like manageable chunks. Also, sometimes I feel I struggle with getting my ideas into words. Sometimes it just takes me a while. I have to think about things too much before I actually sit down and start typing. So I kind of get stuck in my own head a little bit. And she's like, "Are you a perfectionist?" Maybe. So also sometimes I feel that I am a little too concise. Just kind of get to the point, and it's like I can't further elaborate. I don't really know where to go with this. I've pretty much said everything I need to say, and I feel like I'm being too repetitive, and I don't want to bore the reader. So anyway, those were the three or four things that I said I wanted to discuss. So here are some of the tips that she gave me. First one, the helpful tips on writing at a master's level and being too concise, struggling to meet a lengthy word count. These are the kind of two takeaways. So she says, obviously, like if you're writing at a master's level, the number one thing that you need to make sure that you're doing is that you have a thesis statement, you have a main point, and that all of your paragraphs are tying back into the thesis statement. So as long as you're doing that, you're doing pretty good. So again, thesis statement, paragraphs tie back into that thesis statement. The second tip is the academic paragraph. So you want to state your point, cite material that supports your point, and explain how it relates to the big picture, and then tie it all back into that thesis statement. So really driving that home. Time management, I really liked this one, is setting a fake deadline for yourself. Sometimes life happens and you decide that you're gonna sit down for a couple hours on Tuesday and again on Thursday, but you have a headache because you had a long stressful day, so you just physically can't do it that day. So it helps to set these fake deadlines early in advance, just anticipation for whatever can happen. So set those fake deadlines, get started early, because you never know. Also schedule an appointment with the Writing Center, and your goal should be to have your rough draft completed for that appointment. So that really forces you to get started. What else? Oh, so personally, I feel that it takes a lot of stress off of me if I'm ahead of the game and I turn in assignments early. So that's one thing that she was encouraging. Like, yes, if that's working for you and you're turning in things 2 weeks in advance and that's working for you and you can do that, totally do that. So I plan to do that. You heard it here first. Also, I struggle sometimes getting my ideas into words. Other times I'm too concise, which can make meeting a specific word count a little difficult. So she said that it would be helpful if I schedule an appointment with the Writing Center for a brainstorming session, like obviously well in advance, like even before I start writing. Just call to kind of get ideas out there, and kind of bounce ideas off of each other. So schedule the appointment with the Writing Center for a brainstorming session. Also, I liked this one. Sometimes when you're going back to reread everything that you just wrote, you start getting tired of seeing your own words and all the sentences just look the same. She said to read out loud, so that your eyes might not catch something but your ears might. So read your papers out loud. Also, do some 25-minute jam sessions. So just commit to sitting still and writing, and set a timer and just sit there and have a jam session for 25 minutes. And then when the timer goes off, go and like walk around or get a snack for 5 minutes. Walk around the neighborhood, do a quick little chore, make a little snack. And then you can come back, sit down, and commit yourself to another 25-minute jam session. She didn't call it a jam session, I did. I don't remember what she called it, but I like what I call it better. 25-minute jam session. So I think that's it. That concludes how my call went with the Writing Center and some cool takeaways. Thanks. Hope you got some takeaways as well. Have a good day. Bye.